Are you tired of the label? Are you tired of the pain? Are you tired of the frustration? Are you tired of the anxiety? Are you tired of the sleepless night? Are you tired of the poverty? Are you tired of the sickness? Are you tired of the disrespect? Are you tired of the disgrace? Are you tired of the embarrassment? Are you tired of the lack, of the struggle? Jacob got to a point where he became tired. He was exhausted. He said, I'm tired of being called Jacob. I'm tired of being following. I'm tired of being a supplanter. I'm tired of being a cheat. I'm tired of being a liar. I'm tired of being pursued. Until you are tired, your struggle continues. Because whatever you are willing to tolerate has the right to stay. Whatever you are willing to tolerate has the right to stay. If you are willing to tolerate that sickness, you will manage it. People will manage it for you so that you can remain in sickness. If you are willing to tolerate the poverty, you will find that suddenly poverty is not so bad. At least we are okay. If you are willing to tolerate the abuse, you constantly be abused. Because if you stay too long in darkness, your eyes will begin to adjust. If we turn off the light in this building right now, for the first few seconds, everything will be dark. Then after a few seconds, few minutes, guess what's going to happen to your eyes? Your eyes begin to adjust. And suddenly you can see somebody's teeth. You can see somebody's glasses, reflection. You can see, suddenly your eyes will begin to adjust. And then it looks as if it's not too bad. Are you getting what I'm saying? Are you getting what I'm saying? I'm here to challenge you this morning to refuse to get used to the darkness. Refuse to get used to the label. Refuse to get used to the sickness. Refuse to get used to the lack. Refuse to get used to the poverty. One day, someone say one day. Someone say one day. Someone say one day. Jacob got tired and Jacob separated himself. Listen to me, I'm going to finish very soon. Jacob separated himself. Let me read this. Look at what the Bible says here. Genesis chapter 32, verse 20. Genesis 32, reading from verse 20. We're going to read down. Genesis chapter 32, reading from verse 22. Let's go to verse 20. We're going to read down to 31. That same night, he arose. Watch this now. Verse 20. That same night, he arose and took his 2 wives, his 2 female servants. Verse 20. And his 11 children, and crossed the ford of the Jabbok. He took them and set them across the stream. Watch this. And everything else that he had that night, he took them and separated himself and sent them away. Look at verse 24. And Jacob was left alone. There are battles in your life that you have to fight alone. There are battles in your life that you cannot tag team on. There are battles in your life that require you separating yourself in order for you to win. If you are not willing to separate yourself, there are some battles in life you will never win. Listen to me very well. Stop that, please. Guys, stop the drum. There are battles in your life. Stop the drum, sir. There are battles in your life that require total separation for you to win. Are you getting what I'm saying? The problem is that many of us don't want to separate ourselves. We want to do what everybody is doing. We want to do what our friends are doing, what our cousins are doing, what our neighbors are doing. Until you are willing to separate yourself, there are some battle, there are some struggle that will remain. Watch this. Jacob was left alone, and look at it. And a man wrestled with him until the breaking of the day. the man saw that it did not prevail against Jacob, he touched the hip of his socket. And Jacob's hip was put out of joint as he wrestled with him. Then he said, let me go, for the day has broken. But Jacob said, I will not let you go unless you bless me. I said this to people that were here, I think it was on Wednesday, or was it Thursday? People that I said one of the things that surprised me that always was a mystery to me about this story was that the person wrestling with Jacob was an angel of God, was God representative who God sent to change Jacob's destiny. This was the only man that can solve Jacob's problem. But yet this angel was trying to go. This angel was trying to escape. The only one that can change his destiny was trying to escape from him. This angel was saying, let me go, let me go. The day breaks, let me go. Jacob said, I will not let you go unless you bless me. The only one that could bless him was willing to leave him without blessing him. Jacob required dedication, determination, discipline, endurance, long suffering in order to change his destiny, in order to change the label. Jacob required isolation, separating from everybody. There are times you have to separate yourself to get your breakthrough. Some of you are afraid of being by yourself. You are afraid of being alone. Some of you have never separated yourself for a minute, for a day, for a week, just to figure things out because you don't want to be by yourself. Jacob had to separate himself. Some of you have to separate yourself from your friends, from your buddies, from your co-workers. Some of you, you are associated with those who the enemy has planted there to keep you in your struggles. It's fun, but there's no future in it. Watch this, watch this. He said, let me go. He said, your name shall, he says, let me go, for the day break. But Jacob said, I will not let you go unless you bless me. And he said unto him, what is your name? And he said, Jacob. Then he said, your name shall no longer be called Jacob. The label, you shall no longer be a supplanter. You shall no longer be a follower. You shall no longer be a second. But your name shall be Israel. Number one, the Prince of God. For you have fought with God. You've strived with God. You've wrestled with God and with men and have prevailed. Until you wrestle, your struggle continues. Until you are willing to lay everything down and fight for what you believe. Until you are willing to inconvenience yourself, you are not ready to change the label. Life can be hard. Life can be difficult. Jabez, in 1 Chronicles chapter 4, verse 9 to 10, was called Jabez because his parents considered him to be sorrowful. But one day Jabez cried unto God and said, God, expand my course, change my life. In fact, the Bible says Jabez was more honorable. Jabez was a good man. 1 Chronicles chapter 4, verse 9 and 10. Jabez was more honorable than his brothers, and his mother called his name Jabez, saying, because I bore him in pain. Jabez was a good man. There are many good men that are suffering. There are many nice people that are struggling. There are many beautiful, godly women that are not married. There are many good marriages that are not having children. There are many hardworking men that are poor. Just because you are good, you are honorable, doesn't mean you will succeed. You see so many ungodly people that are making money, that are succeeding, and you see godly people struggling. This man, the Bible says he was an 1 Chronicles chapter 4, verse 9 to 10. The Bible says this man was an honorable man, was honorable. The Bible described him as a good man. But yet, his name was Jabez. Yes, his name was sorrow. Yet, his name was pain. Why? Because his mother said, I born him in pain, so I'm going to call him Pain. Can you imagine somebody looking at you and say, hey, hi, Sister Pain. Hey, Mr. Difficult. Mrs. Failure. Can you come here, please? That was his name. And look at it. He got to a point, he said, no. I cannot do this any longer. This cannot be my situation. This cannot be my destiny. The Bible says he began to fight. He began to pray. He began to call upon the name of God. Look at what he says. The Bible says, Jabez called upon the God of Israel, saying, oh, that you will bless me and enlarge my border, and that your hand might be with me, and that you will keep me from harm, so that it might not bring me pain. His name was pain. He said, Father, take me away from pain. Look at this. And God granted what he asked. I want to say this to you. I have to go because time is running out and I have enough messages here to preach for another 3 years. Honestly. When you decide to change your label, people are going to fight you. When you decide to remove the label, to challenge the label, to drop the label, to strip yourself of this label, you are going to face opposition. Let me tell you why. Watch this. There are those who find delight in your misery. There are those who profit from your pain. There are those who find their fulfillment and fun in your frustration and your sorrow. There are those whose identity are attached to your current circumstance, who find benefit in your current situation, who feels big because you are small. There are those who feel good because you are bad. There are those who feel tall because you are short. There are those who feel rich because you are poor. There are those who feel strong because you are weak. There are those whose identity are connected to your present predicament. There are people who have incentive to keep you down, to keep you where you are, to make sure you don't change because they are uncomfortable with your change. Because if you change, staying where they are, you are guaranteeing them discomfort. There are people that are down with you and they want to stay down, and if you go up, it will be obvious that they are down, so they would like to keep you down because misery loves company. And then there are people that, because you are down, they are up. Do you know how many people became millionaires and billionaires because you smoke secret? You didn't hear what I just said? In fact, you'll be surprised that many people that do secret, they don't smoke it. You'll be surprised that many of the guys that sell drugs don't take it. They tell you, don't eat your business. You'll be surprised that the people that are benefiting from your struggle do not partake in your struggles. And then there are people that partake in your struggle that want you to accompany them in the struggle. And there are people that will be uncomfortable when it's time for you to get out of your struggle because you being there validate their importance. So when you are ready to get out of the label, many people will fight you. So sometimes you have to do it alone. Someone say alone. Just like Jacob separated himself, sometimes you have to separate yourself. If Jacob was waiting for somebody to help him, he would have died as Jacob. He will never become Israel that became the Prince of God.